we've got Antonio Canas and Genaro Mendez, along with Mike Saracola. I'm John Moore from Hitz. And let's go around the room and have the guys introduce themselves. So, Genaro, introduce yourself. Tell us, who you are and a little bit about yourself when you're not in the ring.
Well, my name's Canas and Mendez. I'm a junior welterweight, up-and-comer or whatever. And outside of the boxing, I pretty much have my own business and work my butt off. That's it.
What's up, you guys? My name is Antonio, the Aztec God of War, Canas. My record is 8-1-1. Outside of boxing, I'm teaching how to box. So basically, I'm pretty much stay involved in the sport all around. Other things that I like to do is just ride motorcycles and, mechanics and stuff like that.
Guys, welcome, and let me commend both of you guys on accepting this challenge from each other. This is a fight that really does a lot for Chicago boxing. In the coming weeks, you're going to see how it catches on. Both of you come from camps where you both have legendary Chicago trainers, whether it's Sam Colonna for Canas or George Hernandez for Mendez. You sort of both bring your own teams, almost basically both. You have a split fan base. Everybody, that is rooting for Mendez is also going to also has a lot of respect for Canas and back and forth. So thank you guys for accepting this fight. First question is for Antonio. Antonio Canas, you've been in some fights recently that sort of solidified your right to have the name of an Aztec god. What do you think about this fight? Do you feel like this is as big a fight as you've been in?
Yeah, I'm gonna start off saying like this, man. This fight, I didn't doubt Mendez at all, and I'm coming with my A game for this fight. I am in the best shape by far that I've ever been in my life, and I've been pretty much involved in combat sports since I was a little kid, So I know Mendez. I know what he can do. We're former sparring partners. We work together a lot. I don't underestimate him at all. I respect him. He's a good guy. I've seen him fight before. And like I said, we work together a lot too, as sparring partners. So, as far as doing stuff different, I switched my camp. So like I've heard other people say, he's learned and pick up some new stuff. I've learned and I picked up some new stuff. And we're just gonna see what happens. Hopefully it's gonna be a crowd pleaser. I think it happened in this sport, man.
Antonio, are you seeing people come up to you and talk about the fight at all? I just have a feeling that Chicago really needs this fight and really needed you guys to step up. And you're getting a different sense about this fight because everyone knows Genaro in the city and knows you. Are people getting a little excited about this?
You know what? To tell you the truth, that aspect of it, I don't get into what people say either on the internet or talk to me about. The only thing that matters or any input that matters to me is what my coaches say to me. You understand what I'm saying? So if anybody comes off of the sideline with some square stuff about what he's doing or how he's doing this or what I should be doing, I really don't listen to them. I pretty much stick to my game plan that my coaches come up with, and that's pretty much it. Even though I know that I could get sucked into that trap of he said, she said, or he's better, or he's going to beat you, or this and that, I don't do it. I've seen a lot of posts like that, and I just try to refrain from doing it. I'm good friends with Mendez, and after the fight, I plan on staying good friends with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's excellent. Genaro, how about you? Are you getting a little bit? This is a fight. Now, I've seen you at the UIC Pavilion. I've seen you have to step up and take some tough opponents and even get off the mat, and you were able to do that. People haven't seen that out of you in a while. Do you still have that in you, and what do you feel about this fight?
Well, like Antonio said, I know him very well. He knows me very well. We've both been in the ring with each other plenty of times. I have a lot of respect for him. As far as the fight, it kind of just, it happened. Like I said, it got presented to both of us. We both, are known to take pretty much whoever on. And I respect him for that. Like you said, after the fight, before and after the fight, we're good friends. It's just business, nothing personal. I mean, and after the fight, no love lost. Easy as that. I mean, we both kind of are at a crossroad because of our age. I think more than anything, that has to do with it because we're both up there in age. You got all these other young up and coming dudes that they get pretty much a little bit more attention than we do. So I just think us fighting each other kind of brings out something in the city. I mean, it's just good. It is what it is. I mean, I think we're both realistic to what boxing is, and we kind of need each other, to bring each other up to the next level, and that's pretty much what we're doing.
Now, there's going to come a point in this fight, and I would say it would be early on, that maybe the boxing goes out the window, and maybe we just got two guys just slugging it out in the middle, and I imagine the crowd just really getting into this. How do you see this fight going when you play it in your mind?
Man, I'm not going to give any of that away, man. What I can tell you guys is this fight is going to be an off-the-wall fight. I'm pretty positive that it's going to be a pretty much back-and-forth fight. There could be a couple corkscrews thrown into the game. Who knows, from either side. But it's whoever adapts and whoever overcomes and is going to be able to pull out the victory. Whoever, took the fight serious and trained hard and, game planned well and did what they were supposed to do is going to come out with it.
Yeah, Genaro, as far as the fifth and sixth round go of this fight, I see it going, obviously, to the fifth and sixth round. I don't see either of you two guys really, taking a step backwards. How do you see this fight playing out? Not your game plan. I'm not asking for game plans or anything. I'm just asking, how do you play it out in your mind right now?
You can. I've never been the type of person to predict anything. I take every fight serious, and I plan on going the distance, whether it does or it doesn't. I don't count on that, I plan on going the full 6, and I'm ready for 6, and shit, if it was 8, 10, I'll be ready for that. I mean, whatever the task at hand is, I'm ready for it. I train hard. I believe in my skills, and that's it. I mean, I don't ever want to discredit none of my opponents, whether they come to fight or not. You never know. In boxing, all it takes is one punch, and for the most part, anybody can land that one punch. So, we'll see what happens. I mean, all I can say that I think we both have that warrior mentality. So who knows? You never know. We'll just have to find out that day.
Antonio, what does Sam Colonna mean to your camp? Sam Colonna is your head trainer, legendary Chicago trainer. Just like George, I mean, in Chicago, if you say the name Sam or you say the name George, you don't even have to really say the last name. Everyone knows who you're talking about. You're with Sam. You had some big fights since you've been with Sam. What does he bring to the table that's going to benefit you in the bell rings?
I think a lot of it was slowing me down and teaching me a lot of different skills. The skill set here at Sam's gym is a lot different than what I had at other places. And to me, it means a lot, the sparring people, the people that come through the gym. I mean, because it's so well known that I have a lot of different people that are getting ready for fights that come into the gym. So I get to utilize and take advantage of all of that stuff. You know what I mean? And around the gym here, it's the knowledge and the care and the love is passed on. You know what I mean? From the older guys that used to fight to the guys that are fighting now to the guys that are just learning how to fight. It's all passed around, the knowledge. And Sam Colonna to me is where I'm going to end my career. I'm not going to go anywhere else. I'm not going to have any other trainers, and this is where I'm going to end up. You know what I mean? Whenever it is that I choose to stop fighting, it'll be here with Sam, because that's how much faith that I have in him. He watches over me. He makes sure that everything is done, you know what I mean, as far as the fight game and everything like that is done in the background. He's making sure that things are right for me and they line up well, and for that, I really appreciate him, and I thank him a lot, man. He means everything right now, to me in the fight game.
And you're doing a lot as far as strength and conditioning also that maybe you didn't do as much of before, but now you're doing it. I think Rita's helping you with that. And how is that going to help you?
No, to tell you the truth, that's nothing that's new to me. Strength and conditioning is something that I picked up a long time ago. You have to remember that I've been involved in contact sports for a long time, so I've always known how to do that. This is something that's always been involved in my routines. Everybody knows that I'm always a strong fighter. Everybody knows that I was, that I can block pretty good and all that stuff like that. And a lot of that came from I didn't have a lot of the technical skill that a lot of the other people had when I was coming up, because I started a lot later. But what saved my butt was the fact that I was strong, that I had a hard work mentality, and I was willing to do my strength and conditioning before strength and conditioning was ever too tough in boxing. You know what I mean? So I just carried it over, and it's making me who I am now. And now that I'm picking up the skills, along with the strength and condition that I have, it's a different level. You know what I mean? It's a totally different level.
Okay, you're now on a whole different level. When I would walk into George's gym, it's different. Sam's got his ways, and like you said, it's a lot of guys who are teammates, and it's sort of like that over at George's, just about the same. But there's a little bit crazy atmosphere. George sort of spices things up a little. How has he helped you since you made the switch to George Hernandez?
Well, pretty much George kind of always been there for me since when I fought in the amateurs and stuff. He took me to the Golden Gloves, to the Nationals, all that stuff. He'd been there. When I started fighting early on, he was there for my first 2 fights. Then after that, manager problems and all that stuff. So they kind of took him out the picture for like my last, 3 fights or whatever. But then when I got rid of my manager and everything, really I owe my fighting to George right now, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be fighting. I mean, he done so much for me, and he genuinely cares for everybody in the gym. He genuinely loves everybody in the gym, and he makes sure that you do everything that you need to be ready. And he knows that he would never let you go in the ring if you're not prepared. And I think I always been a hard worker. I always pushed myself. I mean, I never really had a trainer with me there, 24/7 or whatever. I know what I have to do, and I push myself. I don't need nobody to tell me what to do. George kind of just there to help me with the little things. You're dropping your hand, you're doing this, you're doing that. Just finessing the skills that I already have, and his mindset, man. He got that military mindset. He's crazy, but I love that old man.
How about your sparring partners, Genaro? I mean, you have a ton of sparring partners that really help you out. Who are some of the guys that have been helping you for this camp?
Eddie Ramirez, Cito, Ed Brown, a couple other guys that I really don't know, but mainly, Adrian and all of them. I mean, they're all monsters, I mean, you can't be more ready than dudes like that, They're George putting you in there with all these guys, and whether you're tired or not, you got to push through it. And all these guys are pretty, skilled fighters, so it just makes you better. And I don't think I'll pick any other place to be.
Over at Sam's gym, there's obviously not a short amount of sparring partners for you either, Antonio. I mean, there's people that come through the door that are former world champions, even as amateurs are tough. Tell us a little bit about some of your sparring partners.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is that you talk about the amateurs, and it's funny because a lot of the amateurs here at Sam's gym beat up on the pros. As far as some of the amateurs or some of the pros or amateurs that I spar with, it constantly revolves. You know what I mean? It wasn't really just anybody at one point at a time. Basically, it was it was some bigger guys, it was some smaller guys, faster guys that were good at angles, guys that were we're really mixing up a lot with this camp. And like I said, it wasn't really too many individuals just that I was continuously sparring with. It was always mixed up. So to give you a name, it would be kind of hard for me to do that right now. You know what I mean?